After completing this lesson and studying the video, you should be able to give a definition of a parallelogram, relate the parallelogram to other quadrilaterals, identify the parallelogram's parts needed to calculate area, and calculate the area of a parallelogram. Let's begin. Any shape with the word parallel in it gives away an important insight. The four-sided shape will have two pairs of opposite parallel sides. As a quick refresher, a parallelogram is a plane figure, so it is two-dimensional. It is a closed figure with straight sides, a type of quadrilateral, four-sided shape. Because opposite sides are parallel, opposite angles and sides are congruent, the same. Three quadrilaterals are specific types of parallelograms. 1. A rhombus. 2. A square. And 3. A rectangle. Suppose you built a crate to hold, say, oranges, but you forgot to put a bottom on it. Two of the crate sides are 12 inches and the other two are 18 inches. If you turn the crate so one of its 18-inch sides is flat on a table, the crate naturally leans because it has no bottom to hold the four sides rigid. The leaning crate forms a parallelogram. If you push or pull the crate so it leans more or less, every shape it takes is a parallelogram. Its sides never change their length, but the crate's height, or width, changes. Let's make sense of the measurements. If you notice the three special parallelograms in the list above, you already have a sense of how to find the area. Finding the area of a rectangle, for example, is easy. Length times width, or base times height. The length of any linear geometric shape is the longer of its two measurements. The longer side is its base. For any parallelogram, we need to know the length of a longer side, base, and its width. This is where things get tricky, because the distance along either short side is not necessarily its width. Think of our wobbly orange crate. We could nearly collapse it flat, but its two short sides would always be 12 inches. We can name the various parts of our orange crate parallelogram. The four vertices, corners, are A, B, C, and D. The two long sides, at 18 inches, are AB and CD. Side CD forms the base, B, of our parallelogram. The two short sides, at 12 inches, are BC and DA. The width, or height, of the crate, the distance straight across from the base to the other side, could vary depending on the inside angles of vertices A, B, C, and D. We need to find the width, or height, H, of the parallelogram. That is the distance of a perpendicular line drawn from base CD to AB. If you know the length of base B, and you know the height of width H, you can now multiply these two numbers to get area. Area equals base times height. First, let's multiply. Area equals 18 times 9. Then, we get our answer. Area equals 162 inches squared. That calculation seems too simple and does not seem to take into account the angled sides, does it? But consider, we can move the parallelogram and change its angles. At some point, we can make every interior angle a right angle and get a rectangle. That means no matter the angles we push and pull the parallelogram into, the four sides enclose the same area. Another way to think of it is to consider cutting off a triangle from, say, the left side of the parallelogram to leave a nice perpendicular corner. Move that cut off triangle over to the right side, and the parallelogram is suddenly a rectangle. The area of a rectangle is easy, remember? Length times width in square units, which is the same as base times height in square units. Let's try another example. A parallelogram has sides 35 centimeters and 17 centimeters with a height of 11 centimeters. What is its area? Our formula again is area equals base times height. Start by plugging the base and height into our formula. Area equals 35 times 11. When we multiply these two numbers together and get our answer, area equals 385 centimeters squared. We have reviewed what a parallelogram is, what its parts are, and how to find its area, which is always written in square units. The parallelogram is a quadrilateral with opposite sides parallel. It always has 4 sides, and one longer side will always be its base. To find its area, you need to know its height. Multiply the length of the base times its height, and express the answer in square units.